What is up, everybody, and welcome to WWE in Review, the internet's best place to hear me, the Notorious NerdyD, aka the greatest casual wrestling fan of all time, go back and review critically and not so critically acclaimed matches from the past. Each and every week, someone from the casual wrestling community submits a match for me to watch and review, whereafter I place it on the most notorious list of casual wrestling matches of all time. This week's match will come from none other than myself, Notorious NerdyD. I am picking the first match so we can kind of set the bar from where we go from here on out. This show is going to be a little bit casual. It's not going to be real produced. It's not going to be real edited. It's just going to be me taking about 5 to 10 minutes to talk about the match and then placing that match where I think it fits onto the most notorious list of casual wrestling matches of all time. So to start out each episode, I think it would be fun to just go ahead and click over to the wiki of the event so we can kind of read a recap of what exactly happened in the entire event and kind of what the internet remembers about this event. So in 2011, Money in the Bank was the second annual Money in the Bank professional wrestling pay-per-view event produced by WWE. It was held for the wrestlers from the promotion's Raw and SmackDown brand divisions. It took place on July 17th, 2011 in the All-State Arena in Chicago's suburb of Rosemont, Illinois. This was the last Money in the Bank held under the first brand extension, which extended into August, but then was, which ended in August, but then was reinstated in July of 2016. The event featured 6 matches, including 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. Alberto Del Rio won the Raw brand match, and Daniel Bryan won the SmackDown match for an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. Other prominent matches were Christian defeated Randy Orton by disqualification as per the match stipulation. He went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event, the match we're about to talk about, Chicago native CM Punk defeated John Cena to win the WWE Championship in his hometown. Money in the Bank was broadcast globally and received positive reviews from critics, with the main event receiving the most praise. Pay-per-view buys were 195,000 customers, which was up from 165,000 from the previous year. So let's start off by talking about the good that I remember from this match. And I rewatched this match just yesterday. So one of the best things I think from rewatching this match was getting to hear the CM Punk Fire Burns theme song again. I think if I recall correctly, this was the last time that he used the Fire Burns theme song before he moved on to Cult of Personality. So for me, there's a little nostalgia. I did like that song, even though I think Cult of Personality is top 3 wrestling theme songs for me of all time. Secondly, the thing that stood out to me when watching back this match was, I don't know if there is a city in the United States that loves a wrestler more than Chicago loves CM Punk, or loved. Do they still love him with all the shit that's gone down? I think Chicago still loves him. I don't know about the rest of the country, but I know Chicago still loves Punk. But there's something about watching that match and seeing how the crowd reacted, how CM Punk became babyface in one night. There was no denying that he was the babyface in Chicago. And the other thing is, I don't know that Cena gets enough credit for this same situation where Cena essentially, this may have been the one time in his career where he was truly the heel in the match. And it wasn't by design. It was just the way Chicago was going to have it. Chicago was going to boo Cena. For the most part, up until then, Cena got mixed reactions. We got the Cena sucks along with the Let's Go Cena. But in Chicago and All-State Arena, it was 100%, no love for John Cena. One of the other things that I thought was interesting in rewatching this match was CM Punk's physical stature. CM Punk, this was kind of the apex of CM Punk's physical, whatever you want to call it. Just, he looked big. He looked big. He looked like he belonged. For all the knocks that I've ever heard about CM Punk and his size, and maybe he's a little too scrawny, he's a small guy. He looked like he belonged in this match. When he stood next to John Cena, there wasn't a glaring size difference. So it really made for a big fight feel. There was really a belief that he was a guy who could beat John Cena. And then the last good thing that I really, that you have to reiterate about this match is, in my lifetime, in my career of watching professional wrestling, I don't know that I've ever seen a more iconic ending to a pay-per-view, to a show closing out. All the way from the finish of Punk getting the pin, to Vince McMahon calling out Alberto Del Rio, to him getting kicked in the head, to Punk, sitting on the barricade and blowing the kiss to Vince McMahon, and then leaving the arena and the show fading out with him essentially running away with the title. I don't know that I've seen anything in my lifetime that good. So the good of this match is almost everything. Now, every match has something bad. And so let's talk about the bad. And going back and rewatching this match, something that I didn't notice when I watched it originally, in real time, that I did notice, this time around was, this was a slow match. This match was very slow and very methodical, and I think that was by design. But as a casual wrestling fan, and maybe being taken out of the moment and not having all of that buildup, and just taking this one match out of context and rewatching it, it felt extremely slow. It felt slow. It felt almost painfully slow at times. And then the other thing was how painfully obvious, now that I've watched more wrestling since then and become a little more knowledgeable in the sport of wrestling, it was painfully obvious that CM Punk was calling all the spots, and they weren't even hiding it. Like, you could see CM Punk calling out spots during that match. They didn't do a good job of hiding the communication between the two guys. But those are details. That's me getting nitty gritty and really looking into just like the minutia of the match. Let's get to the ugly truth. The ugly truth is this is my favorite match of all time. Rewatching it just kind of reaffirmed it, and it's going to be hard. When you guys start submitting matches for me to watch, it is going to be hard to top this match. Now, I'm not saying I will keep an open mind. There are a lot of great wrestling matches that I have never seen, that people have already started naming, that I've never watched. And so I'm excited to see that, and I will grade them in context. I won't grade matches. I won't make my review based on, not knowing that. I'll make it from the match and the energy in that match. But this is going to be hard to me. This match was just, it hit everything that Notorious NerdyD, the casual wrestling fan, wants in a match. And so I'm excited to see what else there is. So if I have to sum this up, because I'm going to sum up these matches in one word. So I have to sum up this match in just one word. It's special. This match holds a special place in my heart. It forever will be, until you guys dethrone it. This will be the match that all matches in this series will be judged by. So I think it's important as we start this list, as you see the list here, there's one match. So of course it goes number one, but this is the bar. This is the gold standard. This is where everybody is going to have to reach in order to dethrone my favorite match of all time. So that's number one. So if you guys have any matches that you think are better than CM Punk and John Cena, I want you guys in the comments, let me know what that match is. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the CWC podcast every Friday starting November 1st, the week of November 1st. And check out Casual Wrestling Daily, which will be on Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central United States time. And like, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff.